Hello and welcome to the IPL League. Today we're watching the game between the Vancouver Carvanhas and the Illinois Infernapes. And we're about to get started. The Illinois Infernapes are bringing Alakazam, Mew, Infernape, Excadrill, Amoonguss, and Goodra, while the Carvanhas are bringing Delphox, Seismitoad, Sneasel, Fortress, Dusknoir, and Lopunny. Dalebridge, or the Carvanhas, lead out with Lopunny, as the Infernapes lead out with Mew. Expecting a fake out here, as it is. Looks physically defensive, the Mew has leftovers. Mew obviously has the type advantage here, and considering it's physically defensive, I would expect the Carvanhas to switch out here. Probably into Sneasel, or it's actually Delphox who comes in and takes the Will-O-Wisp, a great play by the Carvanhas, completely predicting that Will-O-Wisp as Delphox gets a free switch in. A side shot goes onto the Mew. Bad idea, as the Illinois Infernapes get free rocks up. Fortress can always come in rapid spin, which is what we're going to see now, as Mew is going to go ahead and knock those leftovers. Fortress is going to go ahead and rapid spin here, I'm guessing, and it's a good battle. Obviously, we see three main offensive threats from the Illinois Infernapes. Here you got Infernape, Alakazam, and Excadrill. Goodra can also be offensive. Mew can be offensive, but obviously doesn't look like it right now. And then the Carvanhas certainly seem more defensive-minded. Looks like all those Pokemon have bulk in some way, except for maybe Lopunny. So we'll see how this match plays out. Obviously, both of these teams are 0-0. Both of these teams do come from the Kanto Conference. So Rohan and Tao are both trying to make their way up and perhaps win the conference and get a bye week for the playoffs. Taking a long time to decide this one. I'm sure Tao's going to go for the rapid spin here. Mew goes for the will. Oh, he does not. Actually, he goes for the spikes. A Volt Switch coming in by Mew. Good play. Rohan elects to go out into another Pokemon. We're going to see what that is in a second. It's Goodra. Fortress lays up the spikes. 2 layers of spikes now. So they're going to take even more damage than they did before. Goodra knocks out the Fortress with a flamethrower, 4 times super effective. And we're going to see what Tao and the Vancouver Carvanhas switch into now. The Illinois Infernapes have most of the momentum now, having rocks up. The Carvanhas do have spikes up, 2 layers, but they're down a Pokemon, and Fortress was an important physical wall, especially considering the physically offensive threats that the Illinois Infernapes have in Excadrill and Infernape. So we're going to see what happens here. You got Seismitoad. Let's check out a little bit about Seismitoad. Oh, and the good prediction. He predicts the switch out into... Oh, well, I guess... wasn't really a prediction, because Ice Punch would have been super effective on Goodra, but a good middle ground play there. Yeah, Seismitoad's really got a nice HP stat. Amoonguss does have Regenerator, an ability that might be annoying for the Vancouver Carvanhas today. It's Stealth Rocks and Spore. So now we're going to see, yes, Tao is going to switch out into Dusknoir as Rohan switches out into Excadrill. This is interesting. Excadrill obviously has a decently high speed stat and a very high attack stat. Excadrill can be fast if you choice Scarf It, or if you have Sand Up, because it does have Sand Stream. And the EQ comes in, does 42%, and Dusknoir comes back with an EQ of its own to take it down to 13% on Excadrill. Excadrill hanging in there. Excadrill probably won't one-shot, barring a crit, onto this Dusknoir, so it's gonna be interesting to see what happens here. If Tao predicted an EQ, or if Mew comes in and a Shadow Sneak onto the Mew. Obviously, any Ghost Stab on Dusknoir won't do that much, considering it's a physical attacker and Mew's a physical wall, so he elects to switch out into Seismitoad, kill some turns of sleep. Mew's going to knock off the leftovers, and Excadrill does die due to hazards, I think. Yes, so Excadrill goes down, and we have a 5-all right now. 5 Pokemon on each side of the screen, 1 offensive threat down for the Infernapes, and 1 defensive threat down for the Vancouver Carvanhas. We have many games coming today. We have Byron Munchlax versus the Compton Caterpies. We have the Nuremberg Nidokings versus... Alright, sorry. Dusknoir comes out, and Giga Drain from the Amoonguss gains back some HP. More Black Sludge recovery. Yeah, we have the Mudkips versus the Nidokings, and the other game is I'm trying to think. It's Kyle. Oh yeah, Kyle and Jared. It's the Haluchas versus the Torteras. If you're watching this, you might have already seen the destruction by... sorry, I'm blanking on the team name. The destruction by the Chicago Beartics onto the Milwaukee Mewers. A 5-0 win, and the Mewers are not looking too pretty in that Kalos conference. A Fire Punch comes in and does 36% to the Amoonguss. Amoonguss gets a crit and gets all the damage back. That crit did matter, because last time Giga Drain only did 13%. So, unfortunate. I mean, hacks are, you're going to see them in Pokemon, but it's unfortunate when it goes down to a KO. Sneasel comes in and takes 24% from rocks. Amoonguss is staying in. I was in the club. Sorry, just checking my recording there. So Infernape would be the obvious switch here. Alakazam can come in Dazzling Gleam. But, Infernape does have type advantage. It can just easily U-turn. Now, if Tao predicts the U-turn, then wow, incredible. But, yeah, you have to switch out. So, Infernape's probably going to go for... Oh, it goes for the close combat to knock out the Seismitoad. And it's a 4-on-3, ladies and gentlemen, with the Infernapes in the lead. Infernape for the Illinois Infernapes has -1 defense and -1 special defense. So Mozilla is going to come in, and we're going to see a switch here. So can Tao use that he knows the switch? To his advantage. What is he going to predict here, Tao? Because he needs to make a play to push this game back in his favor, I believe. It's very close. Definitely closer than Definitely closer than the first match that we saw between the Bearticks and the Muellers. We see a switch from Infernape into Goodra as Mozilla looks to Shadow Ball, and it only does 10%. It's especially defensive Goodra, maybe Assault Vested, but uh, Tao is gonna have to switch out here, whether that be into the Sneasel or the Lopunny. Probably the Sneasel here, but Illinois could predict it and go for the Fire Blast. Goodra, obviously, especially defensive tank. I believe Delphox is sitting in RU. Double check that. But it's got a nice special attack stat, and some nice speed too, a decent sweeper. Bay comes in and takes a Draco Meteor. You know, yeah, I like what the Infernapes are doing. Like before we saw the Infernape close combat onto the Seismitoad. Sometimes it's not best to go for, straight up predictions. Just go for hard hitting moves if you know they're going to switch out. So Lopunny gets the return onto the Mew, and it's 3-on-3 now. A fake out. Oh no, you can't fake out. Sorry. I expect to switch here. I don't know if Lopunny gets access to U-turn. I can't think right now. I don't think so. Could be wrong. Checking. Yeah, I can't learn U-turn, so we're gonna see a switch out here. Rocks are gonna do 6%, I believe, 6 or 5% when it comes back in. Alakazam obviously not taking any damage from those hazards because of its Magic Guard ability. It's going to Mega Evolve now, and the Dazzling Gleam is going to one-shot. It's a hidden power something. It's a hidden power of fighting, I presume, because he went for it on the Lopunny, and it also one-shotted the Sneasel. So it could be a fighting, could be fire, I don't know. Maybe predicted the switch from the Sneasel. The Vancouver Carvanhas have 2 Pokemon left onto the Infernapes 3. I don't see the Carvanhas coming back and winning this, just because it will be so hard to take these threats down, especially Goodra. You need to leave that Lopunny around, but Alakazam in Mega Evolve form has crazy special attack stat, good speed. It gets the Trace ability, I believe. So right now it has Inner Focus, which means it can't flinch, which actually might be pretty good because of Lopunny's fake outs. Alakazam takes a Shadow Ball and gives a Shadow Ball of its own. Lopunny, it looks like it's surely over here, folks. I don't know who wins this. I think Lopunny's going to outspeed, but it's all but over. Is it over, though? I don't know. We'll see. It would be pretty cool if the Carvanhas came out and won this. I mean, it would be cool either way, but a comeback win, kind of. Yeah, so playing this out in my head, yeah, I don't know if this thing gets much move diversity. We've seen fake out and return from this thing, nothing else. So the question is, can return do enough onto the Goodra? Oh, guys, folks. Is Infernape scarfed is the question. Then it's going to outspeed Lopunny. Now, I hope Rohan and the Infernapes are actually saying that an Infernape doesn't turn out to be scarfed and he's not going to be like tricked you. Because if Infernape's scarfed, then Lopunny's down. Oh wow, the Carvanhas come back and pick up the 1-0 win. Beautiful game played by both parties, and it came down to the last second. Still only saw Fake out in return at the end, but the Carvanhas end up winning the game 1-0 with Lopunny, Mega Lopunny, left as the only one standing. The Carvanhas move up to number 1 in the Kanto. Now, that doesn't mean much. I'm sure another team will get better differential, but a good win to pull out for Dalebridge and Company. Thanks for watching, and look forward to more live